We're back? Bro, what the frick just happened? I don't know what happened. Bro, I couldn't tell you. I don't know what happened. I just looked to my other monitor and I'm not streaming anymore. Okay, we're good now. So when we take the lows like this, I'll kind of just give you a rundown of like when we have a day like this, right? So when market opens and within the first 10 12 minutes or so, the easy model, like the low hanging fruit model, has been finished, right? So look at where ES is right now. Look at what ES is doing. So ES takes internal lows here, but NQ took the external low. So right now this is an SMT, right? So this could easily be manipulation on ES to go back to go run these highs. So when this low gets taken, I want to look inside on NQ. Oh, yeah. So ES runs this inverse fair value gap. This could be a possible long on ES to go run these internal highs. So I'll give it a one count. Let me take a look at where NQ is again, though. NQ hasn't really have confirmation that we want to reverse back higher, but ES should be pretty clear here. We should be the stronger asset and go take these highs. It's kind of already going here, so we'll see if we see anything, but there's probably a lot of people that took this trade on ES. I'd want to see this work our way higher. Yeah. All right, I took a stab here on ES. I'm risking some of my profits from the earlier trade that I took. This could fail. That's why I'm in lighter size. I want this to be an internal model. And the only reason why I say that I think it might fail, and what I would like if this was to fail, what my brain would think is just the external model. This SMT is fighting the bigger time frame draw of lower. So I need to see these bullish inefficiencies hold. And NQ doesn't have a change yet either, so. But ES is obviously the stronger asset here. My stop is in the middle of this other fair value gap. It's my RR is way too skewed if my stop loss is all the way down here, so might get stopped out here. Let me see. I would have wanted to see us have a stronger buyback off this fair value gap, so this might probably get stopped here. We'll see if we can. I want to see a strong bullish candle out of this fair value gap. There we go. The majority of my contracts are going to be taken off at the internal high because the model, it doesn't really look like super clean that we want to go towards these other highs. Turn your back on Mother Nature. Everybody wants to rule the world. Oh, my music's not even on, is it? You guys couldn't even hear the jams. Oh, shit. Music too quiet? Let me turn it up. Hold on, got you. Tell me if the volume's good. If you guys want a louder or not. Almost made it. So glad. A little louder. I'm moving my stop to the previous low. I'm tightening as much risk as possible. I want to see this fair value gap hold bullish, because if we run that fair value gap to the downside, then this becomes this high will most likely internal high will get taken, and then we'll probably break through and follow lower with NQ. So I'm just going to minimize as much risk as I can. Again, I'm risking some profits from the short that I took on NQ. holding back the years. I think NQ wants lower, so I think ES is going to have a little bit of a harder time trying to get up to these highs. I do think ES wants these highs, but we might end up falling. Yep, we're trying to break through that for rally gap.
Order filled.
All right, I took it off right there a little bit early because we ran that for rally gap. So I'm still up around 600 times 5 on the day. I want to see what we want to do here. I still think ES. Ooh, I might have made a bad decision. We'll see. Oh, I might have made a real bad decision here. I gotta own the mistake I made here if I took it off early. I can't re-enter because my risk is gonna be more skewed. Keep holding on. Wasted all my tears. Hey, watch this 15-minute close here on NQ. Okay, I would have been stopped on ES, so we're chilling. $15-minute did not close bullish at all. All right, I would, depending on if we sweep the internal low, I'd probably expect ES to follow with NQ now. Even though we are the stronger asset, but right now we just watch. We still have this SMT, internal SMT here as well. Let's see if we sweep this right here, because what I would want to see is this hold bullish and play out the internal model. But the fact that we ran this I would have wanted to see us go take the high when we initially responded to this. So you have a playlist? I have literally the most god tier playlist you could ever imagine. This is my Immaculate Vibes playlist. Got bangers on this. Don't you? Would love to see you more often on YouTube lives. Yeah, I was saying earlier, whenever I'm not live trading in the mentorship, because I pretty much live trade in the mentorship pretty much every day. So any day that I'm not live trading in there, I'll try to come on live on YouTube. Even though we have a bullish SMT here, like I said earlier, I wouldn't be surprised if this doesn't hold and it fails because the external draw is bearish, right? Market opens, or before market open, we take the internal high, respecting the 1 hour fair value gap, displaced lower. We probably have a 30-minute change now. Yep, right here. So even if we have an SMT here, I still would probably expect ES to end up following NQ. But I can't take a trade when we're down on these lows, right? NQ's already sold off like 200 fucking points. Let me do the math here and see how much I'm up on the day. I'm up like 3K on the day. Nothing crazy. Playlist? All right, let me give you guys my playlist. I normally gatekeep my playlist. If I'm gonna be completely honest, but I'll give you it. You into house music? Yeah. I started making some electronic music actually. I normally don't make electronic music, but I was bored one day and I wanted to like test myself, so I made a like a EDM track. You listen to McGee? Of course, McGee. Fucking love McGee. Is there any openings in your mentorship? We're bringing on 10. I posted a link in our Telegram the other day. We're bringing on 10 new people right now. Do you watch football? Not really. I grew up playing ice hockey. Hockey is pretty much the only thing that I would watch. Now, I only watch football when it's like playoffs, which is like right now. But I'll watch the Super Bowl and I'll watch like the semis. But I'm not a huge football fan. Like 10 people already signed up or 10 new openings? 10 new openings. Because you could sign up and you don't get picked, so. Favorite hockey team is San Jose Sharks. It's where I grew up in the Bay Area. I grew up going to San Jose games. It's not a silly little moment. It's not the stone before the calm. Looks like ES is gonna go end up taking these highs. Really strong momentum here. That SMT's holding nice. No trade for me though. We're going down. How do I sign up for mentorship? There should be a link in the description of the YouTube. You from SJ? I'm from outside the valley. Dirty Stockholm. Or Stockton? I don't know why I said Stockholm. Stockton, yeah. I grew up in Danville. I grew up like, I don't know, more east. Outside the bay. I mean, technically in the bay, but. Damn, I hesitated and did not enter. Any advice? Chill. Don't put so much weight on every decision that you make. Wait, let me show you guys that house track that I made. I'm very curious. Let me know what you guys think of this track. Yeah, I normally don't make electronic music, but I wanted to make a like EDM. I wouldn't even consider it house. I would consider it like drum and bass. But this is the track that I made. We're switching the vibes up for a second. That's pretty much all I made. Isn't that fire though? That shit goes crazy. Learning how to read price on NQ looks like M3 inverted for a retracement, perhaps? I don't even know what the fuck that means, brother. What would you be if not a trader? Everything that I already am. A trader is just one of the things that I am. Jay needs to release on Spotify, bro. This year I will drop an album. It's on my goals for the year. How do you know if you're improving in your trading journey? I think you can't look to the monetary value of it, and this is something I always talk about. If you look to the monetary value of improving, then you're always going to feel like you're on a hamster wheel, right? Because if I come into the day and I'm like, oh my gosh, I lost money, I must not be improving, right? That's when I first started trading. That's how I operated. So any day that I would take a loss, my entire day was ruined, and I would like feel defeated because I had to wait 24 hours to like prove to myself again I was improving, right? So the way that you need to measure your improvement is by your actions, right? Your decision making and your confidence, right? Being able to be patient, being able to execute when you need to, having good sizing, you know, making less and less mistakes. Really, that's also a good way to view it, right? The less mistakes you're making, and the more confident you are with your edge and overall execution. How tall are you? I'm 6'2". Sometimes when I backtest, I see NQ and ES move completely different directions hard. Do you have any advice on what do that happens? Just wait for a setup? Great question. So when ES and NQ are discorrelated, right? That's the word that we use, discorrelated. Let's say NQ is moving lower and ES is moving higher. That's a sign to stay out of the market, right? Because you want to look for clarity in order flow and clarity in whatever the draw on liquidity is, right? Because for me to take a confident setup, I need to have confidence that there's a draw on liquidity, right? That's like the foundation of why I would take a trade, is because I believe that the market is going to some sort of high, some sort of low. So if ES is going higher and NQ is going lower, it's giving me way less confidence to know what the market is going to do, right? Because we're in completely opposite directions. So wait for the market to align, right? So there might be an SMT that gets put in. You want to recognize order flow. Like right now is a perfect example of this, right? ES just pumped to go take these highs. NQ is kind of rebalancing, right? So we ended up selling off and we're kind of discorrelated right now. So I wouldn't really be looking to take anything and have a lot of confidence with taking something. I would want to see more clarity. And also too, the objective of what I would be taking is already taken, right? Buy side got taken here. Okay, well, now buy side got taken, but we have this SMT. So what's the next objective that ES might want to go to? We might want to go to these highs to the left of us. We are in a 1 hour fair value gap, so we would have to run it for us to go take it, right? If I zoom out to the bigger time frame, we'd need to run this 1 hour fair value gap for us to go run these highs. And NQ, I would still want to see NQ go lower, right? I would want to see NQ go to the next lows that we have. So we're kind of in a little point in place where I could see the market do one thing or the other, and it's not extremely clear, right? It's not a clear drawing in front of me that I can be like, oh yeah, that's what the market wants to do. And if the market puts me in a situation where I'm having to guess and not have like conviction for something, then there's no trade, right? That's the easiest way to know that you should not be trading. If you're sitting there trying to guess what the market's going to do and it's not offering you a free information and you're not able to recognize it, then don't guess and try to figure it out, right? I have such bad confidence on holding trades to my target, and then they work out every time. I need advice, man. I have zero confidence live on most on paper back tests. Well, you take it off early because you're afraid you're going to lose your profits that you're up. So if you're tied to your P&L and you're not tied to what the market's showing you, then you're always going to take trades off early, right? You have to be more focused and care more about the confidence of the market, right? So what helped me overcome that is by seeing it happen, right? What's happening for you right now is your brain hasn't yet understood what the market's trying to tell you. The market's obviously trying to tell you, bro, the market fucking works. Like, the algorithm works. The highs go get taken, the lows go get taken. And so when you enter a trade and you're up on the trade, you're like, oh my gosh, I'm afraid it's not going to happen, so I'm going to take it off. When in reality, you should be looking at what the market's trying to show you. The market's trying to show you we want to go somewhere, right? So why are you thinking for yourself and not trying to align your thoughts with what the market's trying to show you? You're the one that's not right. I'm not right. The market's right. I just align my rightness to what the market's already trying to show me, right? It's not what I believe the market's going to do. It's what the market's trying to present to me and show me what the market's going to do. Why do people take revenge trade? Is it because of the feeling of pain? No, I mean, I think that it could be a feeling of pain, but it's because you're trying to make back the money that you just lost, right? You care so much about the money on the day, and you would rather overtrade right now than wait to tomorrow for more opportunity, right? You're so focused on, you need to see results now. You have no patience, right? So you're being tested, and until you get to a point where you're able to sit here, do nothing, and then be like, okay, took a loss on the day, I'm going to go live my day, and tomorrow I'll go trade, right? But right now you're like, no, I can't even think about leaving my desk. I can't even think about waiting till tomorrow, right? And that's how I was when I first started trading. But you have to learn to be patient and know it's like there's always going to be more opportunity, right? You just have to wait for it. Justin, what can I do to be more confident and almost have it become second nature to just enter and take it instead of hesitate? I think a big part of it is screen time. A big part of it is, again, the repetition of it is just doing it over and over again, seeing it over and over again, seeing the model play out over and over again. So it's like when you see it, you're like, oh, this is it. I'm going to take it, right? You're no longer thinking about, oh, I'm afraid of losing. You're just, this is my model. I don't care if I win or lose. Like, I know that this works for me 80% of the time, so I'm going to take it. I don't care if it loses or wins. So I want to see if ES holds this 1 hour or we end up working towards the next high. I think we're probably going to go to the next high, though, because there's a 4 hour fair value gap here. But we'll kind of see what we want to do. Depends how we react from this. I think we're short-term more bullish. I'd probably NQ rebalance to the 15-minute. It's a big inefficiency, though. Probably get back to equilibrium, we'll see. Oh, we reached equilibrium. I'd probably be risk off right now because it's NQ sold off so much, so I'm a little skeptical to take a short again. But we have this big SMT again. When the SMT is like too big, right, where it's like this, where it's like this is just a sign of discorrelation. So I still could expect NQ to work higher. But I would want to see like this would be a potential short on NQ where we're taking these highs. If we get below this change, I'd want to see a follow through lower. What's your monthly target percentage? I don't have a monthly target percentage. I don't, because I don't know what the market's going to present to me. I think having a monthly goal should be not focused on a dollar or a percentage amount. Your monthly goal should be on fucking doing what you should be doing, because it all depends on the opportunity the market gives me. So if I have a goal, I'm going to think about my goal and I'm going to try to force more of my goal than trying to understand what the market's presenting me. What do you do to continuously stay attentive and focused on trading for the entire session until you complete your trading for the day? I mean, I don't. Like, the reality is it's not that you're not focused. So I think a lot of the time we trick ourselves into thinking like the more that I think about something, the more I feel like I'm putting in work, right? So it's like, okay, like, and what I mean by that is imagine you come into the market and imagine I wake up and I'm literally just like this. Okay, what are we doing? Okay. Like this is tricking my brain to make me think I'm magically putting in more work, right? But it's not the case. So right now, if the market's not showing me I need to be focused, I'm sitting here fucking jamming, listening to my music, sipping my coffee, enjoying my morning, right? So it all depends if like, but then the market might do something and be like, okay, let me see what we want to do here, right? Like, oh, right here on ES, right? Okay, high got taken. Okay, there's a change here. If we get below this, that might be a possible short, right? But okay, I might be fighting this bias. I'm not really sure. Okay, let's continue to watch here, all right?
Order filled.
All right, like boom, small little 2 contract short on NQ or on ES. Little early because we didn't close below this low yet. I saw it on my other stream, but we didn't close yet. So this might be too early. But super tight, couple cons, very low risk. Super tight. Because I entered before that low even got taken. Or I entered before we even broke below it, right? So this is a trade where I can sit here and be like, okay, well, the setup that I'm looking for is like I want to see that change get broken through. I want to see us go lower. I took the entry. I'm in it right now. We didn't end up closing below the change yet. So now I'm like, okay, I took this a little bit too early. I can't have my stop be super loose though, because obviously the market hasn't shown me we want to go back lower yet because we didn't break through. So I'm having a super tight stop loss, risking, you know, a couple $100. But now I have to sit here and be like, I can sit here and be like, oh my gosh, I entered too early. I'm so frustrated. Or I can sit here and be like, okay, well, let the market do its thing. My stop's super tight. We'll see if we can get below this change, right? I want to see us at least go back to these previous lows, acting as a little bit of a scalp. See if we can fall through it again. But it's also trading is one of the things in the moment where it's like every decision you make isn't going to be perfect, right? So it's like right now I have the idea of the trade that I want to take. I want to see the market fall back down, but I did end up taking it too early, right? I have to be honest with myself and say, okay, I took this a little bit too early. Now, sometimes I might get lucky, right? Sometimes right now NQ might start to fall through where I took it a little bit too early, right? But I need to be aware of the decisions I'm making, right? With a third person perspective, not like getting frustrated, not getting mad at myself, but being able to look at it for what it is, right? So, okay, ES is starting to break through the change. Okay, I want to take a scalp here. I want to get to these lows. I want to move my stop to break even, right? So what am I looking for now? Okay, I'm in a short. I want to see these lows get taken to move my stop at break even, right? And then see if we end up following through. So then I can take my risk off the table, and if the market wants to go lower, I'm taking advantage of it, okay? So I'm gonna walk you through this trade, right? So now my risk is on, right? Let the market do its thing. Market ended up coming up, taking the previous high, 1 minute change in the state. Buy side got taken. We're in the 1 hour fair value gap. I want to see ES work our way back lower, right? Move my stop to the previous high. Again, super tight, minimal risk. I just want to see us work our way low. If we don't, I'm taking a small loss. And I'm going to show you how I manage a trade like this. I'm going to show you how I manage a trade, right? When we get to this low, right, which is what the internal model is, right? When this change in the state happens, I want to see at least us go to this low. Once we go to the low, I move my stop to break even. I'm risk off the free trade. So now it's like, okay, the market can do whatever it wants to. I don't care. Because I'm not taking partials here, right? I want to see a follow through it. But once that low gets taken, we could sweep it and then go back higher, right?
Order filled.
So right there, boom, I got stopped out, right? So super tight risk. I try to manage it as much as possible. And I take it for what it is, right? And I'm not worried about, oh my gosh, I could have missed this, blah, 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 right? It's like, I give it a shot. Now it's wiped. Now we look at it for what it is. Could we still go lower here? Absolutely. But I will never try to like get in, get out. Okay, I gotta stop. Let me try to get back in again. It's not how I operate. I've done it too many times in my career because it'll always end up causing you problems. You can see we failed to displace through this, right? So NQ or ES might want to reach toward this next high because we're failing to break lower through these lows. What should we do on weekends? Bro, live your fucking life. Go like mess around with your boys. Go have fun. Or work towards another goal. Like, Justin, the trades I don't take cost me more than the trades I lose. I don't know how to fix my hesitation. Well, I would say number one, you need to be journaling to understand the trades that you're not taking and why you're not taking them, right? So it's also getting past hesitation is getting rid of the fear of losing, but also not caring to be right or wrong, right? It's simply reacting to what the market shows you and letting the market approve or deny whatever you're looking for. So NQ or ES is starting to flip now. We'll see if we want to work back lower, but we're starting to slow down a little bit. Same thing on NQ. We're pretty slow here. You showed me love. Does forever model apply on forex? If you have the correlating assets of it. I mean, the model is going to work on any liquid market, but in terms of understanding divergences, it depends on the correlating assets. What's your strategy for reading the 5,000 questions you get while trading? I just do it. There is no strategy. If you care too much about it, you're gonna try to overthink everything. It's being still. It's being loose in the moment right now. It's being very loosely attached to anything. How do you calculate your position sizing so fast? It's really just in my head. I know what my average point spread is going to be, and I know whatever the contract's going to be. So, all right, if I'm looking to take a trade, what I do is I'll just boop, boop. I say, okay, that's 5 points. 5 points, ES, 3 contracts. I know I'm risking like $300-400 bucks on ES, right? So it's just experience. It's something that's just embedded in my brain. Justin, don't clown on me. I'm not going to clown on you, bro. But I've been trading for a year, past multiple evals. I'm journaling, but maybe not enough. And I'm on live. I'm not as keen, but when I backtest, I'm green. Number one, it's your first year. Like, expecting to become profitable first year is crazy. I mean, it's possible, but it's not probable. It could be a multitude of things, right? Like, unless I have a conversation with you and look at your journal, it's hard for me to give you like a direct, like specific answer to what the problem might be, but I can give you a multitude of things that it might be. Whenever I see people that are better at trading like a paper trade versus a live account, the simple answer to it is that you care too much about validating yourself of the trade, right? Because let's think about it, right? Like, what's going to cause you hesitation? Though there's a couple things that's going to cause you to hesitate. Number one, you don't have confidence in the edge, right? Because it's like you're seeing the edge, but you're like, maybe this isn't it. And your number two is your fear of losing, right? Because you see the model, you know that that's probably maybe it, but then you psych yourself out because your fear of losing, and so you convince yourself that it's not it because you're too afraid of actually like having to sit with you making a decision and losing. So it's learning, number one, you're too connected to the outcome, right? Like, you care too much. And the trading community is too, right? Like, I could be on live and I could take a loss, and then people in the chat would be like, oh, you suck, rah, 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 right? Like, that's a perfect example, right? You guys care too much about a loss. You care too much. You will never be a successful trader if you're so attached to every decision and every outcome that you make. You'll never be successful. So it's learning that when you enter a trade, you can't look for that trade to validate your journey, right? And that's the hardest thing, where it's like, when I first started trading, I'm looking for the model to validate I know what I'm doing, right? Because that's the logical perspective to have, right? The logical perspective is, I'm going to take a trade and I really want this to win, so like I can feel good that I know what I'm doing, right? But the problem with that is when we're in that mindset, we're always going to second guess it and be in fear of having to admit to ourselves that we made a wrong decision. So I made a wrong decision by entering that trade a little bit too early, and I told you right when I did it, right? So you need to be honest with yourself, right? And not people are afraid of being honest with themselves because that means you need to confront things that you didn't want to confront before, meaning your ego, right? So it's like, if I make a mistake, I got to sit there and say, okay, I just made a mistake, right? It's not like, oh, fuck, oh my gosh, I just made a mistake. Oh, I hate myself, blah, 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 right? Like, that's just childish, right? You have to be emotionally mature to be able to say, okay, I just made a mistake. What am I going to do now, right? Justin, could you help me on getting a new perspective on taking setups? Really, rarely 1 to 3 a month, and it's annoying because I don't know if I should be changing some major element or stick to what I have. I mean, I think you got to look at your data and ask yourself what the trades you're taking, and what I would do is I would go on a paper account and just start testing your ideas in the market, right? So it's like, if you're taking 1 to 3 trades a month, like, I can guarantee you, depending on, again, I don't know how you're trading, but if you're trading any similar to me, then there's definitely going to be more opportunity than that. So it really is dependent on, I would get on a paper account, I would watch the market, and I would test the ideas in what you're doing, right? So it's like, trades that you might not think are like, oh, this is something I wouldn't normally take, but learn to just build conviction in your eyes, right? Like, the biggest thing that I want you guys to focus on is discretion. Discretion is one of the most important things in trading, where it's like, if you're trying to like replay a system in your brain where it's like, okay, do this, and then do this, and then do this, and then do this. Like, you'll always trick yourself in the process of doing so. You need to be able to build conviction. It's like a race car driver. A race car driver does not fucking think about turning the wheel. Okay, that's a right turn. Okay, right. Okay, that's a left turn. Okay, left. A race car driver just does, right? It's in his brain. He's just being reactive, right? He's not thinking about doing it. You need to be the same thing with trading, but it takes time and experience in doing it a lot to get to that point, right? Yeah, you got to be in flow state, right? And then part of reaching flow state is being disconnected from it. Because if I'm connected to it, I'm never gonna reach flow state. What do you think will potentially happen for the rest of the day? I got no fucking clue. No idea. I'm not a magic genie, right? My goal is to be reactive to the market. I have no idea what we're going to do the rest of the day. Zero clue. Zero idea. And I don't need to know. I don't care to know. Because all I care about is what is the market showing me right now. And right now, ES is chopping, no efficiency in price. Why is there no efficiency in price? Because both of the draws have been taken. Market opens, we sell off, we take the low, put in an SMT. Then ES reverses, and we play out the buy model, and we go take buy side. Both objectives are taken. So what happens after both objectives are taken? The market starts to slow down because we got to generate liquidity and figure out where the market's going to draw to next, right? So we might sell back off through this. ES, NQ might go lower, but for me, the majority of my opportunity is in the first hour of the market, right? So normally I'd be off by now. Do you live trade on YouTube every day? No, I don't. I live trade in the mentorship group every single day, but I was telling the chat earlier, any day that I'm not trading in there, I'll try to go live on YouTube. I lost my funded account. How long should I wait before buying another one? I couldn't tell you, bro. It's like you telling me you totaled your car. When should you buy a new car? Brother, I can't judge your fucking driving ability or your trading ability. That's something that you need to do. I have a scenario that if ES and NQ took the internal and external buy side, and now will you wait for interest rate change state to happen in both ES and NQ to take a trade, or will you wait for anyone better? If I understand the question properly, it's gonna be dependent. Like, if the model's clear on one asset versus the other, what I would need for me to take it on the one that it is clear is correlation, right? So if both assets are clearly showing like, hey, external draws taken, there's manipulation here, like I want to see the market fall back lower and go take sell side, and like both the assets are at a point to do it, then I would take the asset which presents the first opportunity, right? So it's like, let's say we're both playing around the change in the state of delivery, right? Where it's like, okay, we're trying to break lower, but we're maybe dancing. As soon as we get below it, I'll take my first entry, have a tight stop. If I get stopped, I take a small loss, and I'll wait for more conviction to re-enter. It's kind of hard for me to answer that question though. It's a little specific. I'd have to like kind of see a situation for it. Bro, can we talk about that 200-point drop on NQ, but ES didn't move at all? Welcome to trading, brother. What will you be looking for when the market will go 24/5? For the same thing I always look for. I'm a quant trader, not a discretionary trader. What statistics do you follow when making constant decisions? What hit rates do you have, etc.? So in terms of data, I mean, in terms of data that's backed around like an edge that just comes from a period of a long, you know, a shit ton of data over a period of time that represents my edge, right? So journaling and tracking the individual models and the trades I'm taking. Now, in terms of like making decisions off of data, I don't make decisions off of data as I'm a discretionary trader. So let's say like the Fed does something or there's news in the world, right? I don't really care. All I care about is how the market reacts to it and understanding how the market is reacting to it to see if it represents opportunity that backs my data of my edge, right? I'm not going to adapt my edge to data in the world because the market's going to do what it always does, right? So let's say news drops and the Fed cuts rates or whatever, and there's, you know, blah, 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 and the market's dumps or whatever. My goal is not to understand what caused it, but to recognize that it's happening and be as disconnected from possible, right? Because if I add a fundamental analysis to an analytical analysis, it's going to make me overthink the process of what I'm doing, right? And what my entire edge has been built off of. So what I mean by that is like, if the market's clearly showing me we're bullish and we're going to go somewhere, but then I look at news and the data shows that we should be bearish, what you come to realize is the market does not give a fuck about your news. Short term, it doesn't give a fuck about your news. So I'm a short-term trader, right? I'm in and out of the position in 5 to 20, 30 minutes, right? So if the market's showing me we want to go higher, who the fuck am I to say, no, you're wrong, market. You should be going lower or you should be going higher, right? It doesn't work like that, right? My goal is to align myself to whatever the market's representing to me. You like anime? I haven't watched anime in probably like 4 years. I used to when I was younger. I wasn't like a huge anime fan, but I definitely watched some stuff. Justin, I've started seeing some success with your modeling concepts, though I still feel like there's something missing because I still take a few bad trades that is keeping me just below break even. Any advice? Just build more confidence with it, right? If you just started and you're starting to see more success, right? It's going to take a little bit more time. You want to perfect it, right? Understanding what setups work, what setups don't work, why they fail, right? Trying to understand those things. Getting extra help with your trading if you think that that's something that you need. Journaling, right? Reflecting on the decision making that you're doing. Always, one of the biggest tips I can give you is the market's always right. So when you think like, oh my gosh, how did this model fail? That's a wrong perspective, right? If you're taking a trade and you're like, oh my gosh, how did this model fail? I must be wrong. Like, and then you drive yourself crazy because you're like, oh, trading must not work because my model didn't work this one time, right? No, the market is always right, and have that perspective, right? So it's like, okay, what did I fail to realize or fail to do in my execution that could have protected me from this, right? So have the perspective of that. For TradePath, is there any sort of code for a discount? I'm broke as shit with these accounts I bought. Yeah, I can get you a discount, brother. Let me get you one. I'll get you a discount for anybody who wants to use TradePath. We have a huge fucking update coming soon, guys. What I've been working on the last 6 months is I'm really excited for and really passionate about. That's going to be coming to TradePath in January, mid to end of January. Let me get you a code, brother. I think I know what a code. Try this. Try that. TT25. That should work. Does your mentorship include a lot of psych videos? Bro. So in our mentorship, one of our coaches is Sarah. She's a really good friend of mine. She's been a neuroscientist for 8 years. And professional psychology. She went to college for it, and she's also a trader. So she was $200,000 in debt, and she paid $200,000 off of debt from trading. So she's one of the coaches, and she does neuroscience sessions on psychology and understanding why you feel a certain way. How do we overcome it? She has a lot of course material in the mentorship as well. She does calls every week in there. Are you leaning lower? I'm leaning. I've no bias right now. Market's too discorrelated. NQ looks like we might want to go, or ES looks like we might want to go work towards these next highs. NQ's building price action. Again, after the first hour and a half, you want to just kind of sit here and just chill. Don't you have a GF? No, I do not have a girlfriend right now. Justin, I hear you talk about the Holy Spirit and how much it changes your life, but I don't feel that way in my own life. What can I do practically to reach your place of detachment and discomplacent? I mean, I think the first thing is you have to be having a heart that is seeking God, right? I think the first thing that you have to do in your life is put an emphasis and number one intention on seeking God, right? Above everything else. Because the only way that you're going to be detached from everything else is if you put something else above everything else. And the thing that we are designed to do is put God above everything else. And when we put God above everything else and we seek Him, we understand the characteristics of God and we understand the characteristics of the Spirit and the fruits of being able to rest in the Spirit and be at peace, right? And be at peace and experience the fruits of Him, right? Joy, love, empathy, stillness, patience, gentleness. And so it's putting an emphasis on seeking God first above everything else. But it's understanding more like it's a walk, right? You have to, when I first started seeking God, it was, a lot of people use the term spiritual warfare, and I would put that title on it, because a lot of the times we will over like conceptualize God, right? Where it's like we're trying to conceptualize our relationship with God, where it's like, oh my gosh, like God's watching my every move, right? Like, yes, God is present right now in this moment, but it's present and it's understanding the characteristics that God is giving me a sense of peace, right? It's God is not an idea, right? God is not an idea that you think about and it's like, okay, the more I think about God, the closer I'm getting to God. No, the closer you're getting to God is by being transformed, right? It's the renewal of your mind, right? Scripture says when you are saved, it is the renewal of your mind. And it is changing from old ways and being reborn in the Spirit. Now, the reason I can be patient, the reason I can be calm, and obviously I'm not, like that all the time. I'm not perfect. But constantly seeking that out gives me control over my life, knowing I'm not the one in control. He is in control. And I would rather put my faith in Him than I would myself, right? Or anybody else in the world. So it starts with seeking God. Do you stream every day here? No, I do not. I stream pretty much every day in the mentorship, and then any day that I'm not in there, I'll try to come on YouTube. This is a banger song. I forgot about this track. Baby, just tell me when you want me. I just got a lot of loving you on my mind. I know this is a random question, but I started to trade on an eval and I can't fully understand how to place SL or TP. Would you be able to explain how to place them? Are you on like Project X or what are you trading on? Take me back to Georgia, back to Atlanta. Funny how present turns past. I might fly Priscilla out just for banner. What's up, Jack? I'm just waiting right now. I took a trade already in the day. I took a couple. I'm up not much on the day. I took a win and then I took a loss. Get back some profits. Smack it round a bit, then sip on some bubbly. Hope I'm not doing too much. Strange new addictions pick up on the road. Change my opinions and change on my flows. Change my approach, no more loving these hoes. And when it rains, it pours. Hey, you make me feel Should I buy a funded or save 5K and go right into my own capital? If you can't do well on a funded, you're not gonna do well on a live account. Look at all that cash I blew. Would you suggest applying for every model on EU and GU? I don't know. I've never traded them. I would watch it and test it and back test it. What's the song? Who Hurt You, Daniel Caesar. Bro, you know what I'm so hyped for? Bruno Mars' new album. Holy moly. I think tomorrow he's dropping a single. Winter or summer? The album drops February 27th, but he drops a single tomorrow, I think. Weekend on vacation with me. I don't know. Treated different. Or the music you let us hear that time? Not out yet, bro. I gotta finish working on the album this year. I've been making a bunch of new stuff though. Bunch of different stuff. Play a little guitar.
There's plenty people dead to me still breathing. Plenty other ways to get over people. You ain't had to step on me to gain freedom. No, you remind me.
Craving your playlist so bad? That's crazy. I'll give you it though. It's classic. It's a classic. ooh, ooh. I got my eyes on you.
You're everything that I see. I won't show high love and emotion endlessly. I can't get over you. You left your mark on me. I won't show high love and emotion endlessly.
I'll probably hop off here soon. Call it a day.
You act so different around me.
'Cause you're a good girl and you know it.
I know exactly who you could be.
Just hold on, we're going home.
Just hold on, we're going home. It's hard to do these things alone. Just hold on, we're going home. Oh, oh, oh. I got my eyes on you. You're everything that I see. I want your high love and emotion endlessly. I can't get over you. You left your mark on me. I want your high love and emotion.
Alrighty, guys.
Endlessly.
I think I'm gonna call it a session here. I am up I'm up like $1,000. I was up like $4,000. Risked another trade, got stopped out. But gonna call it a day. Let the market do whatever it wants to do. Normally, I'm only taking trades the first hour and a half of the market. Especially, I want to just take the first objectives, take as much advantage of the volatility at open as possible, and then let the market do whatever it wants to do the rest of the day. So enjoy your day. Enjoy the rest of your week. I always enjoy coming on and answering some questions and having fun with you guys. So, again, I'm live trading every single day in the mentorship. If you're interested in that, there should be a link in the description of this video, or of the live if you scroll down. But enjoy your day. Be safe. Be smart. And I will talk to you guys soon. Have a blessed day. Have a great weekend. Let's keep killing it, guys. Alrighty. Talk soon. Later.